Good evening and welcome. Thank you for being here tonight to share in this very special occasion. If everyone could please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now sit. I would like to introduce the officers of this year's National Honor Society. I'm Isabella D'Angelo, President, Vice President Erin Carroll, Secretary Hannah Adedokin, and Treasurer Joseph Lomas. I would like to now introduce Ms. Coker, National Honor Society Advisor, to the podium.
Good evening and welcome. Thank you for being here tonight to share in this very special occasion. On behalf of the staff, administration, and community of Sterling High School and the National Honor Society, I would like to welcome you all to the 2021 induction ceremony. I would first like to introduce our honored guests. Sterling High School administration, including Superintendent Mr. Sheehan, Principal Mr. Claiborne, Vice Principal Mrs. Ravier, Supervisor of Special Services Ms. Sukanik, and our Board of Education members. Tonight we honor students on stage for achieving excellence. We congratulate them on their effort and achievement. We thank our teachers, counselors, and coaches for shaping our students academically, intellectually, emotionally, and mentally. Most importantly, we honor you as parents and guardians who play the most important role in your students' academic achievement and success. This ceremony defines the National Honor Society pillars representing scholarship, character, leadership, and service. As advisor, I have had the special opportunity to witness that in each of the students that are here today. At this time, I would like to introduce Sterling Principal, Mr. Claiborne, to the podium.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. It's wonderful to be together in person with you tonight. I want to give a shout out to the mentors represented by both parents, teachers, coaches, and other various members of previous teachers. And I love to see the kids here as well, knowing that our mentors pour in not only to our students, but to their own families as well. Thank you, parents. Tonight's a big part in gratitude to you for your efforts and accomplishments with your students. So in the class last year's induction, I talked about character, and the character that was so essential to get through such a tough year. The challenge here, I think, as you move on in 2022 as it approaches, is the pillar of service. That this world that you are partners in needs a lot of people that are willing to serve, because there's a lot of people hurting out there. And you guys are at this place because you have conquered and triumphed over the many challenges that you've had. And to recognize the opportunity to serve the people around you is going to be essential as you move forward to this. So service, and just to talk about service 1 second, if you want to be a leader, learn to be a great servant. A servant is selfless, empowering, relentless, valiant, accountable, a nurturer, and transformative. I wish you well and congratulations in this year's class of the National Honor Society.
The candle of knowledge symbolizes the light of learning. It is surrounded by the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. The candle of knowledge will be used to light the 4 pillars. Scholarship means commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn when formal education has ended, for education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp with which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character that guides on through life and, when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality with what we wish to hear appears to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we hope to prove by example that we value character.
Technical difficulties. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school in taking the initiative in class and school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader should have self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate, no matter what power and resources may exist in a country. They are influential without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus, to lead is meaningful in each of our members.
At this time, I would like to honor and commend our senior members who last year did not have the opportunity to have an in-person ceremony. Through hybrid and remote learning last year, they have excelled tremendously in leadership, academics, and service. Our senior members will now honor their mentors who have guided them and encouraged them throughout their journeys. We ask each mentor to come up to the stage to bestow the NHS stole upon them. Hannah Edarokan would like to recognize her mentor, Miss G, who was not able to attend tonight's ceremony.
When thinking of a mentor, I thought of someone who embodies inspiration and motivation. For me, a mentor is a person who is always diligent and committed to the task at hand. In their interactions, they're always studious, tirelessly guiding and leading others, even when, as a student, you waver. With a heart of compassion and understanding, they continue to work with you, propelling your eventual success. So immediately when the opportunity to find a particular person who met these criteria of what it truly means to be a mentor, my mind went to Mrs. Galazniak, or as I and many of us call her, Mrs. G. A lot of you may not know who Mrs. G is or see her every day in school, but some of the most admirable people you meet, you don't see that often. She is a very pivotal aspect of the Performing Arts Department and a daily symbol of sincerity and virtue in my life. I first met Miss G when I took a leap of faith and tried out for dance my sophomore year. I got in, and ever since then, I'm sure I've been quite the student to Miss G. Seriously though, when I look back from where I started to now in terms of dance, the self-improvement I've made is really remarkable, simply being that I didn't believe in myself at the start. Dance is a form of expression that has allowed me to expel my feelings or have fun and forget any of my troubles, even if it's only for some time. It has been incredibly salient in teaching me a lot about leadership and responsibility, so I'm incredibly appreciative of all the opportunity Mrs. G has given me and the skills she has equipped me with over the years. Despite me not being a perfect student, Ms. G has always been so kind to me, working with me when I didn't get the simplest of steps, kind-hearted to anything I was going through, and has always been a benevolent love, and has always had a benevolent love of teaching. Her mellow and genial spirit is always a pleasure to be around and dance with. She's the type of person to influence the best type of citizens in society and represents the 5 pillars of NHS substantially. She's truly an amazing person in every aspect of the word. One thing in high school I can never regret is signing up for dance simply because of who she is as a teacher and a person. Thank you so much, Ms. G, for being a great influence on my life and an awe-inspiring human being.
Michael Berkeley.
I would like to start by thanking the many others that have guided me through my journey at Sterling. Without them, I am not the person I am today. But I believe this teacher has influenced my journey the most. Through his character and the environment that he has provided me in, I have made it through high school very easily. Mr. Behringer started this for me even before my first class at Sterling. It was at soccer preseason where I was able to get to know the character of Mr. Behringer. The way he treated me and all of his other soccer players was a true pleasure. Mr. Behringer, as well as the rest of the boys' soccer program, reinforced their idea of character, which was family. Behringer knows the virtue of family like no other, as he treats everyone he cares about like that. He understands people and respects everyone's values, which leads to his great character. Behringer makes everyone feel welcome, and I was glad to be under his wing for so long. Overall, Behringer is a man of magnificent character, and that is known across Sterling High School. He makes the best out of every situation and does so with integrity and gratitude. His tremendous influence will last on me forever, as his character has shaped me into the man I am today. I'm incredibly grateful for Mr. Behringer, and I couldn't have asked for a better mentor.
Nathan Carmody.
Every once in a while, you meet someone, whether that be a teacher, a friend, a coworker, and this person totally changes your outlook on life. For me, this person was my band director, Mr. Young. Mr. Young is quite the character, to say the least. Someone who shouts at you down the hallways and is always on the hunt for a new member to join his band. He has this unique and innate ability to make everyone feel heard and special, and because of this, he has been a key figure in my life at Sterling High School. My 3.5 years at Sterling haven't always been the easiest, but Mr. Young had built such a safe and community in the band, and I was always able to use this resource to overcome lots of the ups and downs that came with being in high school. And although sometimes it feels like I can hardly escape him, seeing as I see him more than my parents some days, it's nice to know that I have a teacher in my corner whenever I need him to be. I have never met anyone quite like Mr. Young, and it has been one of the many pleasures of my life to have him as a teacher and to be his student. I can confidently say, without a doubt in my mind, that Mr. Young has improved my life in and outside of Sterling for the better.
Erin Carroll.
Scholarship, being one of the 4 pillars of National Honor Society, is simply defined to be a student's dedication to academic achievement and knowledge acquired through study. My mentor is Mrs. Sandy Fusco. Mrs. Fusco, my 8th grade English teacher and school paper advisor, represents and exemplifies scholarship. Her appreciation and admiration for knowledge and studies are inspiring. As a writer, I learned valuable skills and information from her to communicate knowledge efficiently. She showed me through time and hard work the benefits and advantages of an enlightened mind. Along with her respect for education, she displays great character and morals. With that, she is someone whom I admire greatly and one that will always make me strive for academic excellence.
Vivian Cesarano.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Vivian Cesarano. I was asked to select someone who's been a mentor to me, someone who represents leadership, character, service, and scholarship to me. Instantly, I knew there was no better mentor than my mom. Ever since I was born, my mom was the one to put my needs before her own. She showed me what it meant to be kind and to help others, and I aspired to have as much kindness and thoughtfulness as she does. She also taught me what it means to work hard, and without that, I wouldn't be standing in front of you all today. Mom, you've pushed me to become the person I am right now, and you've inspired me to work for what I want in life. It's safe to say I want to be like you when I grow up. I'm so thankful for you, and I'm so grateful for all that you've done for me. Although I'm biased, I mean it when I say you're the best mom in the world, so thank you.
Chanel Chua.
What is a mentor to me? Someone who symbolizes motivation, character, and individuality. When thinking of a mentor, I thought of someone who not only influenced my personal growth and work ethic, but someone who mirrors what a leader exemplifies. Mr. Goffredo, or more commonly known as Goff, is that person to me. I had first established a relationship with Goff in medical terminology, and he is also my Anatomy 2 teacher. Truthfully, both of these courses scared me a bit, knowing how rigorous they could be. I had always heard great things about Goff as a teacher, but due to lack of belief in myself, I felt that I would struggle. Of course, this changed when I actually took his courses and got to know him as a teacher. Whether it was through a screen or in person, he always taught his students with enthusiasm and interest. Goff has always been very engaging, encouraging all to excel in their knowledge, as well as pushing me to make my greatest efforts in class. He has taught me so much, whether it be a plethora of terms needed in my future career or a simple conversation about enjoying music, it is always a delight to have Goff around. I always appreciate how focused Goff is in class, teaching me invaluable aspects of a subject that is near and dear to my heart. It is truly an honor to be one of your students, Goff, and it is a privilege to take your classes and learn so much from you. Between medical relations or music-related conversations, I'm thankful to have a person like you in my life and to call you my mentor. Thank you.
Aline Cole.
When asked to choose a mentor, I knew it had to be someone who was with me from the beginning of my high school career to now and so on. A person who guided me and gave me opportunities to learn, grow as a student and as an individual. This person is Mr. Behringer. He is a teacher that exceeds the job description. I believe this is due to his character. Never have I been afraid to ask for advice or speak about what's on my mind with Mr. Behringer. He welcomes you with open arms and creates a safe space where you will never feel judged. He has a way of connecting with his students to understand them better and forming bonds that could last a lifetime. Throughout Black History Month, he has given me responsibilities that I know I could accomplish and surpass, aiding me in reaching my full potential. While I never had an actual class with Mr. Behringer, he's been able to be a person to give me life lessons and keep me on the right path.
Isabella D'Angelo.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Isabella D'Angelo, and to me, a mentor is one who is welcoming and helps anybody no matter what. Tonight, I chose Mr. Feeney as my mentor. Many people may not know Mr. Feeney, but he teaches many different science electives here at Sterling. My freshman year, I chose to take robotics as an elective. As a freshman, I had ankle surgery and things were just a little harder and stressful. When I came to Mr. Feeney's class every day, he was very supportive and understanding of my situation, allowing me to leave early if needed, and I felt like I could always ask any questions I had, no matter what they were about. Even now, during my senior year, I can go to Mr. Feeney's room whenever I need and ask him a question about science or even any college questions I may have. Even if I needed to prop my foot up, Mr. Feeney didn't see this as a dumb little request. He helped me and I really appreciated it, even still to this day. Mr. Feeney embraces the 4 pillars of the Honor Society by being a great example, being there for me, helping others, and always demonstrating leadership qualities. As a woman going into the engineering and STEM fields, I've been a little lost. One person and role model that has helped me and stuck along for everything has been Mr. Feeney. Thank you, Mr. Feeney, for all you have done throughout my 4 years here at Sterling. You certainly made an impact on my life, and I will forever be grateful.
Faith Dixon.
I chose Mr. Goffredo to be my mentor for his character and scholarship. My family knows him for his interesting classes during quarantine when he made the class moo in unison or yee-haw like a cowboy. Everyone knows about Mr. Goffredo and his engaging classes, mainly because everyone can hear the shouts from his room no matter where you are in the school. Through live interactions depicting systems and intense extra credit games, Goffredo makes learning the hard subjects fun. I'm a very shy student, and Mr. Goffredo is one of the only teachers that has been able to break me out of my shell. He's the teacher that makes the quiet kids feel seen and acknowledged, not hesitating to give me a nickname or put the spotlight on me in class. He truly believes in his students, constantly reminding them of their brilliance despite a test score. Going above and beyond for his students in and out of the classroom, Mr. Goffredo wants to see his students succeed and does everything he can to make sure they do. From the classroom to the soccer field, Goffredo is one of my biggest fans here at Sterling. His lasting support gives me the motivation I need to succeed, and I know his door is open to talk about anything and everything.
Madeline Falk.
Hello, my name is Maddie Falk. My mentor is also Mr. Goffredo, and he is someone who has guided me throughout high school and from their lessons and impact will continue to guide me through college and beyond. Having Mr. Goffredo as a mentor has strengthened my abilities as a student and learner, the scholarship pillar. Mr. Goffredo has taught me the importance of hard work and has encouraged me to always try my best. Sophomore year, when I took my first class with my mentor, I was doing well in school, but I lacked the strong work ethic I now possess. His teaching and guidance helped me develop study techniques and a drive to learn that has transcended to my other courses and to my overall mindset. Mr. Goffredo's support has aided me in all aspects of life. Whenever I need help on an assignment or have a problem I can't seem to fix, I can count on Mr. Goffredo to give good advice. And when I succeed, he is always one of the first to congratulate me. Most importantly, my mentor has always believed in me, as with all his students, and this encouragement has assisted me academically and personally. Overall, I would not be the student or person I am today without the guidance of my mentor, Mr. Goffredo.
Michaela Greco.
When I think of the word mentor, many people come to mind, many of whom are here tonight. But since I did unfortunately have to choose one, I chose Mrs. Galezniak as my mentor because she has been an excellent role model to me. She is a great dance coach and she directs the musical with patience and kindness. Everyone who has ever been in performing arts knows how intense it is in the weeks leading up to the show. But despite the pressure, Mrs. G stays patient with us through it all. Mrs. G is also an inspiration to me as an artist. She not only directs the plays, but she also designs the sets, props, lighting, choreography, and so much more. Mrs. Galezniak helped me enjoy dance again after the pressure of being in competitive dance as a child. At age 9, I declared that I was no longer a dancer, but Mrs. G helped me move past all that and have fun and dance again. I had so much fun that I was even willing to choreograph a dance. When we weren't allowed to continue indoor practices due to COVID, Mrs. G set up remote choreography sessions so we could keep working on our dances. She found a way to record and present what we worked on and tried to give us a sense of normalcy in a difficult year. Most importantly, Mrs. Galezniak is also the type of person you can turn to when you need help. She is very approachable, responsive, and caring. I went to her last year during the musical with a personal problem, and she helped me work through it. That meant more to me than she ever could have known. Mrs. G is truly dedicated and considerate, and I'm glad to have her as a teacher.
Ashley Harbert.
Change is difficult. When you are 14 years old and you go from seemingly knowing everything to nothing, it can be pretty jarring. That was the first feeling I remember as a freshman in high school. The second feeling I remember was knowing that I was going to be supported by so many of my future peers and mentors. One of those mentors I would like to talk about is my music teacher, Mr. Younger. Ever since I was a freshman in high school, he has been such a positive role model to me and to many others. Music has always been such a significant part of my life, and my love for it only grew once I got to high school and joined Silvertones. Mr. Younger is a fantastic music teacher. The level of patience and dedication he displays in the classroom and during the extracurriculars he monitors is unbelievable. No matter how frustrating the tenor part is to teach, or how quietly the sopranos and choirs sing, he manages to make it through each day without pulling out all of his hair. When he isn't cracking his witty and underappreciated jokes, he is spending his free time helping students. All this gets done with such little recognition until now. Thank you, Mr. Younger, for all that you do. Thank you for inspiring me, and thank you for being you.
I will be reading this speech on behalf of Alexis Hatfield, who is not able to attend tonight's ceremony. She would like to recognize her mentor, Mr. Carpenter. When thinking about character, one of the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, one person shot into my mind, Mr. Carpenter. My sophomore and junior United States history teacher exhibits this trait every day. According to the National Honor Society, character itself is described as valuing diverse cultures and building relationships that reflect of love of self, but also concern for others. Having the privilege to take his classes really showed how he exudes this pillar. Every day he worked tirelessly to make sure everyone understood the assignments and topics we talked about because he cares more about his students and processing the information than just grading assignments. Some people dread going to history as it can be boring sometimes, but with Mr. Carpenter, he could make even the most boring topics in history interesting. He used videos, debates, and group activities to make class more engaging and fun. It was not just about another boring lecture about Andrew Carnegie. He talks about the people who really mattered, the workers, and how they influenced society more than the rich capitalists that got most of the praise in history. He is committed to teaching his students an unbiased outlook on history and forming our own conclusions based on what we learn. Some words that the National Honor Society used to describe good character are perseverance, respect, integrity, honesty, sacrifice, all of which describe Mr. Carpenter to a T. Coming out of those 2 years with him has made me a better and more sophisticated person, and I'm so honored to have been a part of his classes. He cares so much about his students and their learning, and that is something admirable. Shalia Janatul.
Teaching any subject is difficult, however, teaching calculus is exceptionally difficult. Leading a group of rowdy teenagers through Spirit Week hallway decorating is difficult, however, leading a group of rowdy freshmen is exceptionally difficult. I thank Ms. Ciccarelli for continuously leading me along with my peers through these difficult tasks with grace and compassion. She has been my class advisor since my freshman year, and I now have the pleasure of learning calculus from her. Ms. Ciccarelli has taken this complicated subject and made it digestible for students with senioritis. She constantly checks in with our class to make sure we are all receiving the help we need and understand the concepts to the fullest level. Moreover, her leadership skills have allowed me to become a capable and effective class president to lead our senior class to be the best. She donates her time to supervising school events and has even come to school at 6 a.m. so we could have our senior sunrise. Her genuine character is reflected by her selfless actions, and she is someone who emulates the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. I thank you for everything you have done for me and my peers to make our high school experience a fulfilling and positive one.
Joseph Lomas.
My mentor is Mr. Marleys, and the pillar of National Honor Society that he best embodies is leadership. He has been a teacher and coach at the school for many years and has shown his leadership in many ways. Just in the time I have known him, he has shown to be a great leader and coach on and off the field. He has been in charge of the senior trip for the past few years and has shown me how to be a person that other people can rely on. If it were not for him, I would not be where I am as a player and a person today. He has helped me grow so much as a leader in my life. Short and sweet.
Emily Nguyen.
With teaching comes great responsibility. Mr. Carpenter was my history teacher during my sophomore and junior year. Whether you take his class out of interest for history or for the credits, it is clear that Mr. Carpenter wants to foster not only intelligence, but also personal growth. History itself has taught me about philosophy, war, money, morality, and other real-world fundamentals. I learned that in order to prepare for the future, we must fall back upon the past. Through his lessons, whether in a classroom or virtually, he taught me how to become a better intellect and empathetic leader. Since leaving his class, I've come to understand my own growth, including ones represented by the 4 pillars of National Honor Society, as well as my own character. I am only a student for so long, and I understand that I'm one of many of thousands of faces who enter and leave Sterling High School. However, I hope my message reaches in that, as a teacher, Mr. Carpenter, a student's future begins with you, and I thank you for what you have done for me.
Lena Nguyen.
I never thought that I would relate to the quote, "A good coach will make you a better player, but a great coach will make you a better person." But thanks to my tennis coach, Mr. Robert Strauss, I do. In case you don't know him, he also teaches radio broadcasting and photography, in addition to coaching both the boys and girls tennis teams. He does so much for Sterling, his students, and especially the girls tennis team. Strauss treats us like his second family, and he is the heart and soul of the team. Whether we would win or lose, he would radiate positivity and would emphasize the fact that at the end of the day, he wanted us to be good people and have fun. Tennis was my first official sport, and in my 4 years at Sterling, I went from hitting balls over the fence to being the best on the team. This past season especially was the most mentally challenged I've been, and I'm grateful for the countless pep talks I received before, during, and after games. Through the highs and lows of the past 4 years, he would remind me to breathe, take games 1 point at a time, and leave it all out on the courts. His advice truly resonated with me, and whenever I have a bad day, I can hear his voice believing in me. I'm incredibly lucky to have him as a supporter and a forever tennis buddy. Thanks to him, I've had an amazing tennis experience, and I can truly say that I am proud of the tennis player and person I have become.
Caitlin O'Keefe.
Over time in life, it is hard to choose just one mentor. Over the course of several years, a person who has been a significant person in my life, who has taught me how to achieve my goals, is Mrs. Carm, my youth group leader. She has not only guided me with her wisdom and guidance, but she has also been a shoulder to cry on and someone who I can trust. She's helped me restore my faith and enlighten me with her knowledge. My mentor is flawed, just like the rest of us, but is with great courage and confidence that when she shares her struggles, it encourages me to be a better leader. Looking up to someone who is truthful and reliable is so important, and Mrs. Carm shows all these characteristics. Whenever I am with her, I am able to feel comfortable sharing my downfalls, with no judgment yet much advice. Her immense gratitude and devotion to people in need not only inspires me but opens my eyes to the good in the world. Knowing she has faced some of the same struggles and hard to make decisions makes me more inclined to listen and love what she has to say. In closing, Mrs. Carm has and always will be there for me or anyone when wanting to follow their dreams.
Raina Pelkak.
As soon as I learned I needed to choose a mentor, my choice was easy. It would be Mr. Molman. He was my 6th grade teacher and my middle school basketball coach. However, he is much more to me. Not only did he teach me in the classroom and on the court, he has also taught me many lessons I will never forget. A few of my favorites are having confidence in myself regardless of what others might say, and hard work will be rewarded. Although what he has taught me I will take with me throughout my life, the amount of support he has given me means even more to me. Whether it was talking on the phone or meeting up in his office, Mr. Molman always knew exactly what to say. He has been one of my biggest supporters throughout my school years, and I know I can count on him to be there as I begin my college journey and beyond. Mr. Molman is now the principal at my elementary school, Laurel Springs. I know he will have an effect on so many children as he had on me. One thing that makes Mr. Molman who he is the amount of pride and effort he puts into everything he does. In class, he does not just teach from the textbook, he made lessons fun and interesting. It was the same on the court. While coaching, he made us strong and confident players, and in turn, that made us the best team we could be. He always goes the extra mile to make sure things are not only done right, but done the best they could possibly be. I am glad I was given this opportunity to give Mr. Molman the recognition he deserves. There are no words that could thank him enough for everything he has done for me.
Sydney Redfern.
For my mentor tonight, I chose Mr. Strauss. I have known Strauss since the beginning of freshman year when I stepped completely out of my comfort zone and decided to join the tennis team. I joined the team not knowing anyone, but Strauss did so much to make the team feel like a family. I don't know if he knows this, but a huge reason that so many people join the tennis team is because he's the coach, and I probably wouldn't have joined if he hadn't already known my sister and made it his mission to get me to join at the freshman orientation. I'm not a person who frequently sees the good in things, but Strauss definitely is. This past tennis season was particularly difficult when I was placed at second singles and had to go up against some of the best players in our area. I would frequently get frustrated and upset, but he always let me cool down and then make sure I was okay. He always sees the best in people and is always there when you need him. A memory that stands out to me is when we were coming back from an away match and he made the bus driver stop at an ice cream place so he could buy the entire team ice cream. This is just one of many examples that shows what kind of person Strauss is. When we were told we were going to have to choose a mentor, he was the first person that came to mind. Anyone that knows him will tell you how great of a person he is, and I couldn't be happier to call him my mentor.
Gabrielle Revitis.
There is no one who quite personifies what it is to be such a passionate and determined human being. Not only is she such an incredible and motivational individual, but she truly is the most amazing mother someone could ask for. So when tasked with picking a mentor, I didn't have to look very far. My mother, Maureen Fitzgerald, has demonstrated all the qualities it takes to be a true leader. She is truly a remarkable woman. My mom's charisma heavily influences those around her, including myself. My mom is someone who tends to put others first before herself. When something happens involving her students or even her faculty members, she is always there for them, making sure that she can do whatever she possibly can to find a resolution and satisfy their needs. She is very self-aware, prioritizing not only her own personal development, but her children's as well. Her example of what it is to have such an encouraging work ethic and being an all-around hard worker has paid off. She received her Doctor of Education in Higher Education Administration at Northeastern University in 2020. Throughout that time, she was a single mother taking care of her 3 children while using up any free time that she could to study for school. She made sure that we were doing well and completing all our tasks in school while keeping track of herself. While she was getting her degree, she demonstrated to me what it is like to put your mind into something that means a lot to you. There is no doubt that my mom has had to face immense difficulties at times, but it is what you take from those difficulties that will determine the outcome. My mom has made an enormous influence on my life. I aspire to be like her when I am older. Because of her, one day I'll be able to show my own children what it is like to work hard and achieve anything you put your mind to. My mom has guided me through the good times and bad. She has given me the best advice with certain challenges that I have faced, leading me to overcome these obstacles. This legacy that she is creating will commence into an extraordinary life for not only my siblings and I, but for later generations to come.
Leah Riley.
Hello, my name is Leah Riley, and my mentor is someone I haven't known for long, but in such a short amount of time, they've made such an impact on my life. To me, a mentor is someone who lifts you up even when you're having the worst day possible in order to push you to your limits. They are a trusted advisor, someone who can guide you to the right path. My dance teacher, Miss A, has been my dance teacher for about 3 years now, and in the short amount of time, she has taught me how to be a leader and grow as a dancer, not only physically, but mentally. In my past, I danced at a different studio full of negativity and criticism. I was beaten down every day and told I was lazy and never good enough. This initially destroyed my confidence and made me extremely insecure to dance and just to be myself. When I finally got out of that mentally draining situation, I found myself in a new studio in which Miss A was running.
When I first arrived at the studio, I felt like I was at home. I was treated as family, and there was never a doubt in my mind that I wouldn't finally be happy at my new studio. Miss A has seen me dance at previous competitions, so she knows how I perform, which allowed her to create such high expectations for me. Miss A helps me realize my full potential, and I am extremely grateful for that. She helps me love dance again, which is all I've ever wanted. She brought back most of my confidence, not only in dance, but also in the real world. After every performance, even if it was horrible, Miss A would come up to my team and congratulate us on our dancing. This was one of the many things that inspired me about her. She would push you during practice, but at the end of the day, she would always be proud of you. One time I was in the studio with Miss A, and she was talking to me about how I needed to have more confidence. She said, "I don't know if you've been beaten down before, but you are an amazing dancer and you need to own it." This statement is something I'll never forget. Miss A has made me realize that whatever I do in dance and out of school, I need to have confidence and a positive mindset in order to achieve it. Miss A has overall made me a better person and inspired me to be myself. Without Miss A, I would probably still be a shy little dancer with absolutely zero confidence. I just want to say thank you, Miss A, for being my mentor for a few years and teaching me lessons that I will carry with me throughout the rest of my life.
Azaria Saffold Randolph.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Azaria Saffold and here to introduce my mentor, Tasha Saffold. She is not only my aunt, but my biggest inspiration. I look up and strive to achieve the goals she has reached. From a very young age, I've always seen her as a superhero. When people stood in her way and doubted her skills, she brushed past them like it did not faze her. Her mother's death hit her hard when she was a teenager while raising a child. One thing her mother told her was that she was going to finish school and do extraordinary things with her life. I watched my superhero become a nurse and then slowly but surely made her way to becoming a college professor for nursing. As of last summer, my mentor got her doctorate degree and goes by Dr. Saffold. To see her achieve her goal only fuels me to receive the same. After seeing my aunt become a college professor, I realized I wanted to be more than just a teacher. Listening to her adventurous stories with her students made me want to experience that as well. To hear my name be Dr. Saffold would be a dream come true. My mentor knows her worth and carries herself like she's a strong, independent Black woman. When people belittle or doubt her, she addresses them with power, confidence, and respect. She does not feed into their ignorance and hatred because she knows that they are insecure about themselves. That is real confidence, power, and class. In my eyes, my superhero shows true leadership and pride. She not only cares for others and shows them compassion, but she also stands for what she believes and shows traits of activism. She does not bow down to anyone nor change herself because Dr. Saffold knows what she deserves. Dr. Saffold also has such a positive outlook on life and helps others understand their worth as well. Hopefully when I get my degree, I make her proud and realize how much of an impact she has on my life. Thank you.
Kaylee Sheehan.
According to American author John Maxwell, leadership is not about titles, positions, or flowcharts. It's about one life influencing another. Leadership is also one of the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. My mentor is known by many names: Mr. Sheehan, Coach Matt, and for me, Dad. My dad represents leadership in every aspect of his life. As a father, superintendent, coach, and friend, he is a role model and a teacher. I can confidently say that almost everyone that he has ever met has been impacted by him in some way. Whether it is a smile and a wave in the hallways of school, a compliment after a hard game or race, or even just a simple conversation. It's the small things that my dad does that makes a difference in people's lives. Leadership is not defined by power. It revolves around one's ability to make an impact. I know from personal experience that my dad has the special ability to make a difference. As I'm preparing for the next chapter in my life as graduation is coming, I'm planning on majoring in education in college. Teaching both in and out of school is what I want to do, largely because I aspire to make an impact like my dad has on this community. I couldn't think of a better person to be my role model, and I couldn't think of a better person who is the embodiment of the word leadership.
Andrew Tummings.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Tummings Jr., and I chose my mother as my mentor. I chose my mother as my mentor because she embodies the key characteristics of being a leader. I've seen her overcome many obstacles time and time again. Her life itself serves as an example of what persevering through the hard times can do for you. Coming from a poor family in a tough city and having children at a young age, she had to push through the hard times to make a good foundation for me and my brothers. She had a goal in mind and never stopped until she succeeded. Even to this day, she is still persevering and achieving her dreams. I'm proud to say she graduated from Rowan University with a bachelor's degree in science and was the first in her family to do so. Since I was little, I've paid very close attention to my mother, and I can say for sure that nothing can waver her. Thanks to her, I've learned the main essence of being a leader. It all starts with perseverance.
And Tori Wilsey.
The mentor I chose for myself that represents the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society is my mother, Sherry Wilsey. I chose my mom because she truly is the best role model for me. She inspires me every single day while demonstrating the NHS pillars, so I couldn't think of a more perfect mentor to pick for myself. The pillar that I believe my mother represents the most is leadership. I feel that she is a true leader in our household. She does many things around the house that helps my family daily. She gives good advice, is caring, and kind. She makes sure everyone is on top of the things they need to do. My mom helps me and my siblings with anything we ask for, and that is what a leader does. My mom, Sherry, is the best role model I could ever look up to, and I aspire to grow up to be like her and possess the leadership qualities that she demonstrates.
At this time, I would like to ask the new members to rise and recite the National Honor Society pledge, and the current members to reaffirm the pledge. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And I will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. This year's new members have now been officially inducted into the Sterling chapter of the National Honor Society. Please come up to the table to receive your certificate and sign your name in the Sterling High School NHS Pledge Book when your name is called. Sebastian Anderson. Brianna Blanchard. Alexis Berkeley. Amanda Berkeley. Andrew Bishop. Chanel Chua. Cassidy Creedon. Cole Doms. Shane Ferreira. Michaela Greco. Haley Hughes. Quinn Hughes. Sydney Jewell. Ajne Kizi. Brianna Loper. Rachel McCann. Kate McVeigh. Brea Miles. Grace Miller. Kimberly Wynn. Caitlin O'Keefe. Raina Pelkak. Chloe Raroha. Gabrielle Rivadis. Ezeria Saffold Randolph. Ryan Scully. Marissa Strader. Z. Strobel. Maggie Taylor. Nicoletta Troilo. Catherine Tully.
Congratulations to our new inductees. I would like to now take this time to introduce this year's honorary staff member a support to me and a support to all of our students here at Sterling. My mentor and this year's honorary staff member is Sterling Student Support and HIB Specialist, Mrs. Mary Jo Ebright.
Good evening. What an honor and thrill it is to be invited to your special occasion. This is your moment, a moment I truly hope you never forget. Take a mental picture of this place among the National Honor Society. This is far greater than a word, but a meaningful step in life. May you use this accomplishment as a baseline for when you may need to look back and tell yourself, I did this, I can do anything. Congratulations. Each of you are here tonight having traveled the road to success, but each with your story and your unique journey. The induction ceremony is connected by the 4 pillars for which the National Honor Society stands upon: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. So let's examine and reflect on your individual journey. The first pillar of scholarship means you worked hard. You earnestly reached and sustained a higher grade point average. You made decisions along the way to dedicate your time to master your coursework. The classroom has become your mechanism for achievement. The second pillar of leadership highlights the activities you engaged in and the skills that you developed to create abilities of influence. You serve as a positive example for others by creating ideas and finding solutions, standing out and standing up, either vocally or quietly. The third pillar of service marks the student who is always willing to help, make voluntary contributions to our school community. You are motivated by the reward that comes from making a difference. The fourth pillar of character is what holds the other 3 together. It's the glue. It's the substance and soul of a person. When you exemplify good conduct, show respect for others, and make decisions on ethical principles, you inspire us all to be better people. Yes, this is you. This is the person you are. The student who has shown tremendous resilience in a very challenging time. You're the one with the thrive mindset. You utilize learning as a way forward. There is one thing I ask of you tonight, and that is you thank your support person, that person who stands behind and now alongside of you. So stay the course, keep traveling your journey, one that builds upon the foundation you set for yourself. Beam in this light that is shining on you now as you stand on those pillars of strength. And lastly, remember, everyone you see enjoying the fruits of success started with hope. Best of luck.
I would like to now ask all of our members to stand as we applaud them and congratulate them on being this year's members. Thank you for everyone for your support and participation in tonight's event, and a special thank you to our Board of Education, Sterling Administration, Mrs. Epright, Mr. K, and the Sterling Tech crew, the NHS committee, all Sterling staff members, and the maintenance department. Have a wonderful evening. Nailed it.
Good job.
Oh my gosh.